In this example, let's look at creating a custom thread by extending the thread class. Now in this example, we're actually going to create a class called a simple thread, which extends the thread class. Now we're also going to create a constructor for our simple thread, which takes a string which we will use as the name of this thread. And we're going to call the parent constructor super with the name or a string parameter, again, so we have a name for this given thread. Now, we're going to implement one little method here. We're going to put a public static void main, and we're going to create two simple threads. One's called my first thread, and for readability only, I've actually changed this. I know this might look weird. I'm going to do my second thread. This is just so I can read it on the console a little bit easier, only for this example. So I've created two threads. Now, in this run method, notice there's only one method in the thread that we must override, and we're overriding the run method, no return type. Now, all we're going to do for this example, we're going to loop through a for loop 50 times, and we're going to print out the name of the thread, this.getName, colon, and the number in which we're incrementing through the for loop. Now, to do this, to start this off, we are going to do thread 1 dot. Now remember, we do not want to do run. Now, that is legal, but this is just calls the run method. This does not start this off as another thread. If I run the run method, this will start it. It will call the run method, but it will still be one single thread. That's not what we want to do. We want to do the start method. This tells the JVM to pass this thread to the JVM scheduler to schedule the run method to be run, but as its own thread. Now, we're going to do thread 1, and we're also going to go ahead and start up thread number 2 dot start. So both of these threads will start running as soon as we run this. And let's execute this and see what it looks like. Run as the application. Now, if I scroll up here, let's go to the top of this. There was 50 of these. And as we see, we'll get a little bit more room here. As we see, actually, we have a lot of different threads that have been run before our thread number 2 even started. Looks like we had 23 first threads before our second thread was even scheduled. But this is all determined by the JVM scheduler. But this is how we will run a custom thread.